Satwik and I'm here for another video. This video is for pressure, for explaining you the pressure. Pressure can be defined as thrust acting per unit area. Thrust can be defined as the force acting perpendicular to any surface. So you have now a basic idea of pressure. What are the Pascal's laws? So let me tell you, pressure is applicable for all the states of matter, whether it is solid, liquid or gas. Solid also exerts a pressure, but solid and fluids exert pressure in a different manner. Solid only exerts pressure in downwards, whereas liquid and gas, which are termed as fluids, exert pressure in all the directions. So Pascal's law says that the pressure exerted on a confined liquid gets transmitted equally and undiminished in all directions. So I'm just going to show a small experiment based on this law. So I just made a mini model of hydraulic lift. Hydraulic lift is a device used to lift heavy vehicles, cars and buses, trucks in huge garages where they need to perform some activities or do some repairs, etc., where they need to perform some activities regarding to mechanical activities of the cars and repairs of the cars. So I'm just going to show an experiment. So this is our experiment and this is based on Pascal's law, and this is a mini model of hydraulic lift. So what is the function of a hydraulic lift or a jack? Hydraulic lift is generally used in the garages where they have to lift cars, not only cars and many other vehicles here, trucks, buses, and they lift it in an easier manner. So this is a mini model of a hydraulic lift. So I have a car here and I have two 10 ml syringes. These are two 10 ml syringes and two 20 ml syringes, and I have a medical pipe to join those syringes, and I have two pipes and four pieces of thermocol to form the base of those pipes which are supporting those syringes. So let's get started with our experiment. So as I just inject the syringes, the car moves down and the car can just get into, suppose this is the garage and the car wants to get repaired. So the car gets here and we need to lift it to a particular height so that it can be verified or to check what problems are there in that car. And so here the car gets there up, and now the car mechanic will check whether there are any faults in that car. So let me explain you this it's working. So generally in a hydraulic lift there are two pistons, a smaller piston and a larger piston. So when a smaller amount of force is applied on a smaller piston, a larger amount of force is created. So no, it's not created, it's generally transmitted. So how it's transmitted? For example, a larger piston has an area more than that of a smaller piston. So what happens is that the smaller piston applies a greater force and a larger piston applies a less force, less thrust. How it happens, let me tell you. Suppose this is a larger piston and this has a greater area, and both have same equal pressure. So area of the larger piston is more than area of the smaller piston, but the thrust exerted by the smaller piston is more than that of the larger piston. So this is the principle, and in this way the hydraulic lift functions. Let me show you another example like this. So this is a hydraulic lift. Let me display the car goes to the ground. again we can lift it in this manner. And if we inject the syringe, it will again come down. If we again pull back the syringe,